Rate limiting is a technique used to control the amount of incoming requests to an API or service. It ensures that users cannot overwhelm your system by sending too many requests in a short period of time. Think of it like a bouncer at a club who allows only a certain number of people inside per hour. Rate limiting protects your servers from abuse, prevents denial of service attacks, and ensures fair resource usage among all users. Without rate limiting, a single user or bot could send thousands of requests to your API, consuming all your server resources and making it unavailable for legitimate users. Rate limiting also helps prevent brute force attacks where attackers try countless password combinations. It protects your database from being overloaded and ensures a consistent, fair experience for all users. Additionally, rate limiting helps you maintain service quality and reduces your infrastructure costs by preventing resource waste. There are several popular strategies for implementing rate limiting. Token bucket algorithm allows requests up to a certain capacity and refills tokens over time. Sliding window tracks requests in a moving time window. Fixed window uses simple time periods like minutes or hours. Leaky bucket works like a queue that processes requests at a constant rate. Each strategy has different trade-offs between complexity, memory usage, and accuracy. The token bucket algorithm works like a bucket that holds tokens. Initially, the bucket is full with a maximum capacity. Each request consumes one token. If no tokens are available, the request is rejected. Tokens are refilled at a constant rate over time. If a request arrives and the bucket is full, the token is still consumed, but excess tokens cannot exceed the bucket capacity. This algorithm allows burst traffic while maintaining an average rate limit. Redis is an in-memory data store that is perfect for rate limiting. It provides fast read and write operations with sub-millisecond latency. Redis offers atomic operations, meaning multiple commands execute together without interruption. It supports expiring keys automatically, which helps clean up old rate limit data. Redis can handle millions of operations per second, making it ideal for high-traffic applications. Its simplicity and speed make it the preferred choice for implementing rate limiting in production systems. Redis offers several useful data structures for rate limiting. Strings store simple values like counters. Hashes store multiple fields in a single key, useful for tracking tokens and refill times together. Sorted sets maintain ordered data with scores. Lists and sets provide additional functionality. For rate limiting, we primarily use strings and hashes. These allow us to store and update rate limit information efficiently without complex logic. The architecture consists of a client application that sends requests, a middleware layer that checks Redis for rate limit status, and Redis itself storing the rate limit data. When a request arrives, the middleware queries Redis to check if the user has available tokens or quota. If allowed, the request proceeds to the application server. If denied, the middleware returns an error response immediately. This architecture keeps rate limiting decoupled from your main application logic. The token bucket implementation stores two values in Redis for each user: the current token count and the last refill time. When a request arrives, we calculate how many tokens should be added based on elapsed time and the refill rate. We cap the total tokens at the maximum capacity. If at least one token is available, we consume one and allow the request. Otherwise, we reject it. This entire operation happens in Redis, ensuring thread safety and consistency. Here we have a practical implementation in Python using Redis. The function checks the rate limit for a user by first retrieving their current token count and last refill time. It calculates how many tokens should be added based on the time elapsed. It ensures the total never exceeds capacity. If at least one token exists, it decreases the count by one and returns true, allowing the request. Otherwise, it returns false, denying the request. This approach is simple yet effective. Lua Scripts are programs that run directly on the Redis server as atomic operations. They are crucial for rate limiting because they prevent race conditions when multiple requests arrive simultaneously. Without Lua Scripts, you would need multiple round trips to Redis, creating gaps where two requests could both be approved when only one should be. Lua Scripts execute all operations as a single unit, guaranteeing that no two requests can slip through at the same time. They reduce network overhead and ensure perfect consistency. Enable Redis persistence using append-only file or snapshot backups to prevent losing rate limit data if Redis restarts. Use pipeline operations to batch multiple commands and reduce latency. Always set time to live expiration on keys to prevent memory leaks from inactive users. Continuously monitor Redis performance metrics like memory usage and latency. Set appropriate rate limits based on your application needs. Consider using different limits for different user tiers or API endpoints. Test your rate limiting under load to ensure it handles your peak traffic.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.